of water and rinse them all around, because you lose a lot of the flavour. So as long as you've got, you know, relatively clean mushrooms, these grow on the side of the tree, so it's not like they're covered in undergrowth or anything like that. You know, you just want to make sure that there's no little animals in there. Tap them off, or if you have a mushroom brush, you can just brush them out. I'm just going to basically shred those down. You have a natural sort of line that you can follow. They peel apart quite easily.
There's the beautiful thing about oyster mushrooms. They grow on fallen beech trees, and the beech, the mycelium takes about a year to 18 months to actually first settle on the fallen tree and then turn into the next stage of the mushroom, which is the next part, which grows under the bark. And then when the two myceliums meet, they reproduce and push up fruiting bodies, and they grow in huge clusters. I mean, some clusters won't even fit in your basket. And the beautiful thing is they're usually pretty clean because they're not on the forest floor. So that's the great thing about the oyster mushroom. Like I said, you just break them away, you just check for your debris, which 9 times out of 10 they're ready for the pan.
Okay, so our sauce. Tasting delicious. So I've got my pan on here for my mushrooms. It's got a little non-stick egg pan. I'm going to put those into a little bit of rapeseed oil. We're going to get a bit of colour and then finish them off with some butter. Mashed potatoes. We're going to put some of this in. Cosmic mash. So literally going to add about that much, I think. Do the trick. I'm just going to mix that through. You can see the colour that's turning already. And what the beetroot does is it gives it that sort of beautiful sweetness. So almost represents candy beet. And it just gives it that really nice earthy sweetness to it. It looks quite cool too. Just make sure you haven't got any lumps in there. Okay, good. That. So we've got a pig plate. We've got a ring there. Fry these guys off quickly. Very important when you're cooking mushrooms, any sort of mushrooms, that you season them afterwards. Don't season your mushrooms straight away, because then it draws all the water out. They don't fry, you don't get any colour on them. So it's very important that you keep those frying and not boiling.
It's only been quite recently that they've actually discovered that mushrooms are quite good for you as well. And up until 20 years ago, it was thought that mushrooms were just nothing but flavour. And in fact, they're now saying they contain quite a lot of B vitamins and pantothenic acid, which is a B vitamin, which is very good for your skin. So, eat mushrooms.
Yeah, it's top tip. Eat mushrooms. So, we're going to put the mashed potato in the middle of the ring here. Just give it a nice bit of shape.
That's a crazy colour.
That's great, isn't it? It's psychedelic. And then take our pigeon. Just going to carve that straight down the middle. Perfect. So obviously with game, you want your game medium rare to medium. You don't want to overcook that. It becomes very, very tough if you do. Mushrooms are starting to colour up now. There's another couple of seconds. So when we're plating the dish, we usually just put our pigeon in here, there and everywhere. We want to show off the breast and the legs. Like so. Do that. Put a knob of butter in with the mushroom. Flies come. So you see now there's a nicely starting to colour up there.
These are number 3 on my hit list, by the way. Porcini number 1, the Horn of Plenty number 2, and then for me it's oysters. Superb, lovely flavour.
I mean, I think the thing about mushrooms, you know, especially something like, say, a penny bun or a set, every year I look forward to cooking the very first set, because when you've taken a step out of the ground, Sorry, it's a fly there. And you cut it and you cook it straight away. The mushroom doesn't go soggy like a lot of other mushrooms do. It holds its crispness, so it's cooked and it'll be coloured and it'll be seasoned, it'll be perfect. When you eat it, it's still crisp. It just snaps in your mouth. It's the most amazing thing. Being able to go out, take something out of the ground, cut it and cook it, and have that consistency is just incredible. And I think that's all part of the fun for me as well. It's all in the eating.
What James doesn't know is he only gets the second one. Because I always clobber the first one myself. It just has to be done.
So there's our jus on there. And put our oyster mushrooms over the top. I mean, it's worth saying, about the pig. Like I said before, we like to cook with our surroundings. I mean, when the pig was being thought about, the house itself used to be a royal hunting lodge. It was owned by the Bowes-Lyons family, and we wanted to sort of bring the house back to the way that it would have operated back in the day. So, as a hunting lodge, it would have had a walled garden like we have. It would have had fruit cages. It would have probably had a forager, maybe not as good looking as Garry.
Not me, though.
And beehives and all the rest of it, and animals, and that's why we sort of did it. Anyway, that's our pigeon, the cosmic mash, sautéed wild oyster mushrooms, and juniper and bay red wine sauce.
Delicious.
Another part of what